If you try to make a little bit of extra money and your background is not in finance in any way, shape, or form, you're probably struggling a whole lot understanding the concepts that a lot of people use when they're talking about crypto, stocks, or real estate investments. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about several concepts that I wish I knew when I got started. When I got started, it was the middle of the pandemic. I was going through a lot of horrible times. Some of you that know me know about it. And I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor with no money, trying to make ends meet, and it was hard. All right. So English is my second language. Because English is my second language, I still have even another disadvantage against almost everybody. These concepts are not our day-to-day things that we talk about, right? They're not the things that you learn at school or anywhere, honestly, right? So if you struggle with those, here is a series of concepts that I wish I knew, and if they helped me as I learned them, they will probably help you. Okay, so let's get started. Market action discounts everything. What the heck is that? Well, what it really means is that price action is reflected on the charts. So everything that's on the charts represents the supply and demand of the price, buy pressure and sell pressure. So it's hard to understand, but I want you to trust me on this one. Everything that's happening at the moment is on the charts. You don't need much more than that. The charts are showing price action, and price action already accounts for good news, bad news, or no news. Okay. The other one is, can you see something in here on this chart? Maybe you do, and is that price happens to move in trends. So this right here is a uptrend. It's a continuation of price action on the upside. And if you understand that, well, you know that doesn't matter where you go, where you come in. At the end of the day, if you get in the right direction of the trend, you're going to be making profits. The other concept that's hard to understand is that history repeats itself. Yes, it does. Because prices follow certain patterns, a lot of the things that have happened before tend to continue to happen again. And this is all on the technical analysis side, okay? So let's keep on going on the concept of the trend. So there is the Dow theory. Yep, the Dow is the person that actually did put together the index for the Dow Jones. So that person came up with the concept of trends in general. And an uptrend means that each successive rally closes higher than the previous rally. So high, 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 right? So all of those are higher than the previous rally. Not only the lows, but also the highs. Both of them happen to be higher than the previous one. Very important to understand that. Again, so not only the highs are higher highs, but also the lows are actually higher lows, okay? The downtrend is the opposite. So the downtrend, which happened to be here, we begin forming a series of successive rally lows that close lower than the previous rally low. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Low, we bounce back, low, we bounce back, low. Okay, so all of those tend to be lower than the previous low. So you can do a line and you're gonna see that all of them are lower than the previous one. So that's a downtrend. Okay, so each successive high and each successive low closes lower than the previous one. Okay, let's look at it very simply. Uptrend. High high, higher low, high high, higher low, high high. Okay, hope that's very clear and simple. It's a series of ascending peaks and troughs. Thrust, if you don't know much of what that is that and that. This is a peak, and this is a peak, and this is a peak. Okay, very important concept because you always going to trade on the direction of the trend. Okay, so downtrend, series of low and lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower low. Okay, Very easy. Look at the market today, ever since December, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So a series of descending peaks and troughs. Okay. The price action can only also move sideways. Is within this channel, and is a series of same high and low, high and low, high and low. That means indecision. The market is in an indecision period. Okay. Horizontal peaks and troughs, also called trendless, doesn't have any trend. Okay. So let's look at a little bit of an example of a downtrend turning into an uptrend. So here we have this downtrend that eventually finds support, goes back up, bounce back off of this. By the way, this is also called a double bottom, and then it turns into an uptrend because it breaks through the previous peak. Okay, so that's a good example there of a downtrend turning into an uptrend. And we have the sideways side, okay, right here. Hope that's clear. And we move on to major trends. Have three phases. We already talked about accumulation phase. We talked about the different trends sort of moments, but let's talk about the trend phases. That's a little bit different. Accumulation phase it represents when informed buying by the most astute investors. It means the smart money, the big players, have understood that the market is at a bottom. It is at a oversold moment, and a lot of people are calling for it to go lower, but they know that the market is about to turn. Okay, and they accumulate. Then we have public participation phase. The herd, everybody starts knowing about, hey, we're going up, we're going to the moon, what's going on? So it occurs when prices begin to advance rapidly and business news improves. All right. So I believe, in my opinion, that right now we are getting away from that and moving into this phase right now. Okay. So that's what I believe is happening currently on the market. So distribution phase is when the newspaper prints increasingly bullish actually is the word, that's wrong, stories, best news than ever. Like, we're going to the moon. This happened all the way back in October, November, and December last year, when we were saying that Bitcoin was gonna go to 100,000. It didn't go. Okay. Concepts that we hear a lot about: bull and long. So bull is a position or person who believes prices will go up. Okay, and they are on a long position. They buy, and they're holding, and they're going long, believing that prices will continue to increase more. Okay, bear or short, it is a position or person who believes prices will go down. So they sell their position to buy lower. They're hoping that they're going to buy lower. They're hoping that the prices are going to go down even more. Dovish versus hawkish. You probably hear a lot about that, and it refers to, let's say, the Fed is dovish or hawkish. Dovish means that interest rates are going to be lower, that they're going to be very flexible and very friendly. They also call that sort of like very friendly policy, and hawkish tends to be very tightened. If they're tightening, they're going up in interest rates, which is the case currently right now. The Feds are being hawkish. They're increasing the interest rates, and being less flexible and less accommodating. All right, the concept of support. The troughs or reaction lows are called support, a level or area on the chart under the market where buying interest is sufficiently strong to overcome selling pressure. As a result, a decline is halted and prices turn back up. We've been talking about support and resistance, and I have mentioned some of that in some of my videos. Please go ahead and watch them. Resistance, area over the market where selling pressure overcomes buying pressure and a price advance is turned back. Okay, so let's say we're going up, 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 up. We hit a major wall, and that's resistance, and then we go down from there. Okay, that's that concept. Hope that's clear. And here is a very good example of support and resistance. So we go up, hit a resistance level, find support at a particular level, break through that resistance and find another level of resistance, bounce right back with a pullback, and bounce right back up from that support. This is an uptrend in which we are turning each previous resistance into support. Okay, so resistance 1 becomes support. All right, so we're going to explain more of that in a minute. Hope that's clear. So the truths of reactions laws are called support, a level or area on the market, on the chart, under the market where buying interest is sufficiently strong to overcome selling pressure. As a result, a decline is halted and prices turn back up again. All right, what about on the downside? It's the same idea. The throws or reaction lows are called support, a level or area on the market, under the market where buying interest is sufficiently strong to overcome selling pressure. As a result, the decline is halted, prices go up, but that happens also on the downside. So what was support becomes resistance. So we get that, we get that. So this was support and it turns into resistance. Okay, so it can happen in both directions, on the upside and on the downside. All right, so they reverse. It happens on both directions. This right here, a little pick for you, is called double top. Top 1, top 2, and it indicates a reversal pattern. Typically it's a reversal pattern. Okay, here we have the opposite and it's called double bottom. Okay, it indicates a reversal pattern as well. We've found strong support at that location and we're reversing back up. So here you can also see it being played out. So we have a complete downtrend. Here we have a sideways action. We found a bottom, go up, find resistance, go down, found support. This support helped us and we went back up. That's a reversal. Okay, hope that's clear. The bottom reversal. We have here in an uptrend, resistance levels have been broken by a significant margin and they become support. It's not like breaking them by a little bit though, by the way. So you hit that and you break it like this and bounce off of it. No, you really have to break through it so that then it becomes support. Okay, it can't just be a little tiny bit. It has to be strong enough to become a support level. Same idea with the downtrend, opposite. Okay, so you broke through this level, broke so much through it that now it's resistance. And what do I expect? That will act as a resistance in the future. All right, and we have here that previous resistance becomes support, and it becomes support on a very macro level. Okay, so it becomes support. All right, that's very important and I hope that's very clear. Another concept that you hear a lot about is DCA. It means dollar cost average. And typically somebody on a long position, right, on a long position, bullish position, as the prices continue to go lower, that person continues to buy. And what happens is that if you bought something, let's say at 100 and you bought 10 of them, and then you buy 100 more of them at 50, you've lowered your price to about, let's say 75, right? You've lowered your price, let's say to 50, right? So it means that you will be in profit as soon as it's above that level. All right, dollar cost averaging, DCA. HODL, this is a funny one. It's actually the misspelling of the word hold. People say that an investor was typing very quickly as the price was crashing and they were saying HODL, 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 hold. They were just saying HODL. And that became a word. It turns out that Mr. Elon Musk also has tweeted the word HODL in some of his tweets. And it's become a slang term for hold. Okay? We spoke about trend lines before, but trend line, it could be a horizontal or vertical channel in which price action trends or is contained within. Okay, and we're gonna have some samples. So this is an uptrend line, and it's a successive series of lows that are higher lows, and the price doesn't break below it. Okay, then we have a downtrend line, same idea, but the tops. Okay, Another one that's very good: buy the rumor, sell the news. What this means is that let's say we're expecting a catalyst, something huge that's going to happen, right? Oh my goodness, Tesla is going to buy Bitcoin. Well, you buy, right? Let's say you buy. Not a, I'm just this is education. I'm not trying to tell you when to buy. Let's say you buy. The day Tesla announces that it has purchased Bitcoin, you sell. That's something that tends to happen. People start buying the rumor that something may happen. And once it happens, they sell because a lot of people will try to buy right when that news becomes valid, becomes proof, right? So the other one is this is I think they attribute this one to Mr. Warren Buffett. Be greedy when everyone is fearful. Be fearful when everyone is greedy. What it means is that it has to do also with those periods I mentioned to you: accumulation, distribution, right? And things like that. So when a lot of people are being very scared that prices will continue to go lower, that's a buy time because you don't want to follow what most people are doing. Smart money doesn't follow what most people are doing. Smart money does things before anybody else does it. So that's what that concept really means: to do things right when a lot of people don't think that that's going to happen. Like when people think that prices are going to go to 100,000, that's very scary. Very scary. And another one for you guys to leave you with: don't follow the herd. That concept is very, very important, that you don't follow the herd. I made a poll and I was requesting or asking people, what do you think prices are going to be doing? They said that Bitcoin was going to go lower. Bitcoin was at about 19,000, and right now we're testing about 23,000. All right, and that was about a week ago. When people are crying for prices to go lower, that's when prices reverse. All right, so I hope this is very helpful. I hope you like it. We're gonna continue to do many videos like this. And again, English is my second language. I didn't know any of these concepts, so you already are on a very big advantage. Okay, so once again, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, comment, let me know if you like this, and we're gonna continue making more. Fortuna Flow, Darwin Fortuna here, your licensed architect that happens to invest in crypto. Thank you.